I found Nick Hanauer's TED Talk, Beware Fellow Plutocrats, Pitchforks Are Coming, to be very interesting for a variety of reasons. Hanauer has been very successful in his life and has co founded and founded more than 30 companies across a wide range of industries and has had a very notable record of success. He co founded a company called A Quantitative that sold to Microsoft, and he also mentioned in the TED Talk that he was the first non family investor in Amazon. So he really established early that was a very successful person. While he has been extremely successful in his life, he also keeps a close eye on something that he is very passionate about, and that is the growing inequality gap. He explained in his talk that right now, the top 1% in our country shares over 20% of the national wealth. The problem, he explains, is not that there is some inequality, because some inequality is completely necessary for a functioning capitalist democracy. The problem that he believes is occurring is that inequality is at such historic heights. He was not making a moral argument that inequality was wrong in the video. He was just saying that it's terrible for business and the economy. He also stated that plutocrats like himself need to embrace a complex and adaptive economy that does have some equality, but embraces the idea of capitalism. And he goes on to state that we need to up the rate we solve with problem solvers that will make our economy strive, and also create a thriving middle class, because if a middle class is thriving, then that is the source of prosperity, he believes. He also stated that if workers have more money, businesses have more customers and need more workers. So with all of that combined, the economy will grow and prosperity will occur. One aspect of the chapter that I found interesting, that really stuck out to me, falls on page 252 under the headline Evidence as Support in Business Argumentation. In the text, it shows an example of IBM that really used to drive their point. That was just an example that backed up IBM's success. Similarly, Hanauer used Seattle, Washington as an example and discussed how they raised the minimum wage to almost doubled the minimum wage. And he also discussed how it helped their economy in Washington state tremendously. And that was a true example of that really backed up his point. I would rate Hanauer's talk a 7 out of 10. I believe that he's a fine public speaker, but because he has been so successful, he's very set in his ways and his beliefs, and he doesn't really see two sides of the argument always, but he did back up a lot of his points very nicely.